Hi everybody, this is Kirk Taylor over at San Marcos High School, and I wanted to show you in a little tutorial today how you can set up an online quiz in EDU. And specifically, I want to discuss with you guys the type of question that's called a multiple choice mini answers. All right, so it's an interesting type of question. So I'm setting up a little quiz here just for demo purposes here called Fake Quiz, and we'll go to that. And I've put in one question already into this quiz. The question is worth 4 points, and let me just show you what how it looks when you go and see the questions. The question, of course, is kind of silly. Which of the following are numbers? Here are my choices: 1, pi/2, Chevy, -1. Now, obviously, Chevy is not a number, so that's incorrect. The 3 correct answers here. This percentage right here is a really critical piece of this process. The correct answers have to have a percentage that, when all added up, equals 100%. So it doesn't really matter that they're not all exactly the same. In fact, that might be something you want to do. Have a question that is a choice that's not really worth very much versus another choice that may be worth a lot more percentage. So that's adjustable as long as all the correct choice percentages add up to 100%. Now, what's interesting here is the incorrect choice percentage is -25%. Since that answer is wrong, that is to subtract 1/4 of the total points available. This question was worth 4 points, right? So 1/4 of that is 25%. So for choosing the wrong answer, a student would have 1/4 of 4, or 25%, taken away from their score. So that's how that works. Now let's put in another question here just to show you how we can do this again. I'm going to add a question. So click on Add Questions, and when you do that in any kind of an online quiz, you get all these different possible question types for your quiz: true, false, traditional multiple choice questions, and all these other ones down here. But the one we're going to look at again is this multiple choice mini answers. All right. The reason that I want to focus on this, folks, is that when you start to look around at some of these next generation Common Core consortium type assessment questions that are out there, this type of multiple choice question is showing up. And it's an interesting type of a question in that you pose a question and then your answer choices all could be correct, or none of them could be correct, or any number of them could be correct. Now, students don't really like this very much because it makes them think a lot more. But on the other hand, they kind of do like it because it allows for the possibility of partial credit on a multiple choice question. And that's something that they feel like they're getting a good deal on. So with all of that in mind, I would suggest maybe think about writing questions like this on your quizzes. So let's add one more question in here. You can see how this is going to work. Let's do something also pretty silly. Which of the following are blue? And we'll do a 5-choice question. So the important feature of this is that the number of points for the question has to match or be a multiple of the number of choices. So that's the best way to do it anyway. So we'll have it 5 choices, and we'll do 5 points. I'm also going to leave the questions presented in the quiz. They'll see it presented in a list as opposed to a drop-down. You do not want to select drop-down for this type of problem. The drop-down menu only allows you to pick one choice out of the list. So you can't pick more than one. So this would be inappropriate to use drop-down for this type of question. All right, so and we'll also leave this thing selected here randomized. That means any time the quiz is taken, the answers and the questions will be in a random order. So let's say we're going to say what the following are blue. Let's say the sky. Yeah, I like that one. How about Lake Tahoe? That's pretty blue. And so then we'll choose some other things here. My dog is not blue. My dog's name is not blue, so my dog's not blue. That's a wrong one. Let's say bananas and oops, I raise hands. And finally, let's do one more. So 5 choices. Let's just say chocolate. All right. So the 2 correct answers, the sky and Lake Tahoe, as we said, those 2 have to add up to 100%. So I'll make them equal and say 50% in both for both of these. And the wrong choices, all right, there's 3 of them, but there are 5 questions total. So 1 out of 5 is 20%. So we're going to make each one of these questions worth minus 20%. Okay, so that's the 20% or 1 out of 5 penalty for guessing this answer. Okay, so there we go. Our quiz is ready now, and that's my second question. So let's try this and just see how this works. Save, return to the assignment, like that, and now we're going to, so it takes us back to the editor screen. Now we're going to take the quiz. So let's take the quiz and start. Yes, we're going to start. Now, here's my first question. Which of the following are blue? That was the second one that I put in there, but it got randomized into this order. My correct choices are the sky and Lake Tahoe. And let's just, to show you how this is going to work out, let's also choose a wrong answer, my dog. And submit that. Then we'll do the next question. Which of the following are numbers? In this case, let's do pi over 2, 1, and again, let's choose a wrong answer to show how it figures into the score. Chevy. So notice I'm leaving unselected one of the correct answers. So I've only picked 2 out of the 3 correct ones, and I've picked a wrong answer. So I'm probably going to do pretty badly on this question. So we submit that, and we're on at the end of the quiz, and now we're ready to see how the score works out. So in the first question about which of the following are blue, I've chose both of the correct answers, 50% for each one of those. So that's 100%. But I also chose a wrong answer, minus 20%. So that's 100 minus 20 is 80%, which works out to 4 out of 5 points. So that's the appropriate score for that question there. On the second question, I chose 1 and pi over 2. So I got 33 and 34%. So that makes 67%. But I chose Chevy. Also, that's the incorrect answer. So 67, and then I take away 25%. So 67 minus 25 is 42, and 42% of 4 is only 1.68 points. So it's less than half of the credit, which is, I think, appropriate for that type of response. So that's how it works. Make sure that you set those percentages, and good luck.